What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, we are managing to stay in the top 1,000 non-stop, just victories. I've been shredding with this deck, and I do, of course, have to give some credit where credit is due. This deck comes from a, his in-game tag is Lytrax. Recently hit in the top 200 from Diamond 4 straight to Mythic with this brew that I'm about to show you. Overall win rate of 46 to 25 or something ridiculous. So just really nice. And he tagged me on X with it, and I've trusted him enough to give it a whirl. Made only the most slightest of adjustments, but it feels like you can really tell that somebody put in a lot of time and a lot of games. It's the perfected Discover deck, in my opinion. There's two cards, one card that there are two copies of that I'm still on the fence, and I think if there's any wiggle room for modifications, that's where it lies. But every other card is just so well thought out, like in the way that the Discover, you know, the cascade mechanic from Ixalan essentially, just flows into one another, feels so seamless, and I feel like I have a great matchup against most of what the meta's throwing at me in upper Mythic. So I cannot wait to show you. His like I said, his tag is Lytrax, but then he also goes by n.barros on X if you want to go give him a follow there, and I'll leave links to all of this stuff in the video description as always for you guys to go and check out on your own. But that's enough of an introduction, I think. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. Simply called Lytrax's Discover. I think once it goes up on the webs, I'm going to call it Dinosaur Discovery or something like that. Feast your eyes. This is a glorious creation. I promise you, just blew me away. It's so simple, and somehow it just feels so consistent. We have 27 lands, so that is never an issue. 14 creatures, 19 non-creatures. And the only change I made was I cut one of the Sundown Passes and brought in one more Battlefield Forge. I just needed, like, occasionally just running into a little bit too many tap lands. But we've got a lot of these new Surveil lands. There's 2 copies of the Lush Portico, which is a first for me in any deck. I have played a few Elegant Parlors in the recent Boros Reanimator deck, because surveilling made a lot of sense there. And then one commercial district for the Gruul combination. And yeah, we've got some caverns. Obviously, you'll be naming either human if you really want to ensure that your appraisers enter the battlefield, or you'll be naming dinosaur, because that's really the majority of the creature types in the deck. And then, I mean, I think I don't need to do too much talking here. We all can tell what's going to happen. It's just that ridiculous sort of situation where you either start with a fight rigging and a Pugnacious Hammerskull in hand, or both, and you just do the thing. And there's some really nice targets. And just a couple things I wanted to mention with regards to this is the static line from Quintorius Kand, and there's cool overlaps between different sets and how they synergize whenever you cast a spell from exile. So the hideaway mechanic, it's you're casting the thing that's hidden away from exile. So that also triggers the Quintorius, and also Nahiri's Resolved. The stuff that gets exiled at the end of turn and then comes back the beginning of the next turn will trigger Quintorius, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, all of the stuff that you get off of Etali would count, as well as all of the stuff that you get from the Discover mechanic. And we do have the Trumpeting Carnosaur that with the Discover 5, the Quintorius Kand with the Discover 4, and the Geological Appraiser with Discover 3. So if you don't have one of these 3s in hand, but you've got like a fight rigging and an appraiser, also just does great, because, you know, the Discover 3, it's only ever going to find one of these, and the chances are pretty high it's going to be fight rigging or Pugnacious Hammerskull. And the other hits are great as well, because against aggro, you find maybe you have a slightly slower start, your mana is a bit too tapped in the early 3-4 turns of the game, you need to just hold on tight. You'll probably be able to at least get a Hammerskull down and then cast an Angelfire Ignition on it off of a Geological Appraiser. I mean, honestly, you'll just have to see it to believe it. It is so freaking nice. And then the fact that you can reset all of your Discover guys with the Nahiri's Resolve, unbelievable. The cards that I mentioned in the introduction that I said were up for debate. It's the cease and desist. The push and pull, I get. You know, you can use it as removal in a pinch, or you can use the pull side to bring back 2 creatures from your graveyard and just like do this, you know, big attack out of nowhere. When the opponent thinks they've turned the corner, destroyed all of your creatures, you just bring back an Etali and a Trumpeting Carnosaur with trample, and that's just 14 damage anyway. I noticed something. Because I used this recently and I thought, aha! And then I lost the game. And this was when I was still just getting used to testing this. I don't know if it's a bug or if I'm somehow misinterpreting the way some of these things work in the game. But put up to 2 creature cards from a single graveyard onto the battlefield you control. They gain haste. Sacrifice them. I mean, doesn't say anything other than you just take them, put them, and then when the turn ends, they're gone. Right? So then what happened was I fetched things from my graveyard that had Discover. And it says when it enters the battlefield. And say like, you know, there's... Oh, it says if you cast it. Ah! Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. It says if you cast it. What about this one? Okay, so in the... Okay, so there we go. See, when you read the card, it explains the card. So, Geological Appraiser, you can't... It has to be if you cast it. I can see why they did that. But the Trumpeting Carnosaur would work as well as the Etali. Okay, so there we go. Basically, what had happened was in that game, I brought back an Appraiser, and I was like, sweet, I'm going to hit another Angelfire Ignition or something. And I didn't realize that I hadn't actually cast it, so the Discover did an ETB, and... Okay, there we go. So the push and pull, I have no problems with. It's great. You can, you know, having just gone through that little thought exercise, I can see why that's in the deck, and it's another good hit for the fight rigging. But the cease and desist felt a bit I guess it's graveyard hate on the cease part. That not only hates on a graveyard, you know, there's plenty of this, like, Jetmir or, you know, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, first time ever. Because I play the color combination so little. Blue, black, green. With the 3-mana reanimation spell, the mushroom-looking guy. You know, there's a few of these decks that are really making use of the graveyard, but they're few and far between. But I guess at instant speed, getting to get rid of 2 of the things in their graveyard, in the case of the Reenact the Crime deck, could even be there, like, you know, as they target the Breach the Multiverse on turn 4 to do the thing, you just get rid of it. Not only that, you also get to draw a card and gain 2 life. That's pretty nice. And I guess there are some matchups where you're playing against artifacts and enchantments and you hit the... You know, you can use the desist if you are fight rigging it. But then, you know, you're also getting rid of your own fight riggings, your own temporary lockdown, your own Nahiris. So this is the cease and desist. First time I'm playing with these cards from the new set. This is the only card in the deck that I think maybe you could just have it be something else. It is a good card. Again, this little thought exercise, but maybe it's just better to have like an Atraxa and another Etali or something. I don't know. Other than that, the deck comes along like a piece of finely tuned clockwork. So I think it's about time I just show you and jump right into some games on the upper Mythic ladder. Top 1000. Let's go. So far I'm 5-0 or 6-0. The combo potential, even when you think you're losing, and then just the consistency somehow. I love it when, you know, you copy other people's decks and you can tell that a lot of time's been put into it to iron out all the kinks. Marcello, are you a compatriot? A fellow Italiano? Could also be Spanish. Okay. This is a mulligan, for sure. Alright? These are things we want to hit off of the fight rigging. So is Quintorius, really. Mana's not great. We don't have a fight rigging. We don't have nothing. So we are also on the draw. So those are the times when mulliganing doesn't feel so bad. And now we are much better off. I think we can... let's bottom Quintorius. Like I said, I'd rather have like solid flow of mana. We get a nice little surveil action if it is in a more aggressive deck, which I've been running into lots of mono red. And then there we go. Speak of the devil. I guess this is the other one. But we've got the lockdown now. Oh, double lockdown. Nah. It's gonna be Boros Convoke this time. So I think the mana's gonna line up just nicely enough that we can lock down on 3 and see what happens. The only potential issue is if he has the Convoke guy now. Does not look like he does. Nice. Ooh, hello. So also Pugnacious into Appraiser will find the fight rigging most games. I think I'm still gonna lock down next anyway. We got a little lucky he didn't have the turn 2 Convoke play, because that's usually a turn 3. Bye-bye. Imodane. So a slightly subpar draw from the Boros Convoke player, who can use a blood token in a pinch if he wants to. No. Okay. Looks like maybe this time round he'll go for the play. I'd rather he just puts out a bunch of... Or maybe, yeah, like, you know, he gets the little... That sucks. That does suck. But it's a... We should be able to hang tight for one more turn. And then get the Hammerskull rolling. To be able to stand in front of a lot of these attackers for now. It's getting close though. I don't like it. Oh. Now we can gain some life. 2, it's not enough though, so let's just go Dinosaur. Maybe we just go Appraiser and maybe hit the okay. Yeah, that's what we did. I was really hoping to hit the Angelfire. Let's see what he has. There's a chance we get one more turn here. Or maybe he's convoking. Yeah. Okay. Definitely get one more turn. Good luck, my friend. You're about to get your ass handed to you. And if we draw an untapped land, we can even cease and desist. Yes, because we can use the green. So we go green, colorless, skadoosh. Gain 9. And we can gain another 2 here and draw a card. Which, you know, considering he doesn't have anything in the graveyard, I don't think we need to even, like, bluff. We can just do it. Then we're swinging in with the ignition next turn on the... Because now it has stun counters. Even though it didn't tap, it still has it. So if we do attack, even if we have another dinosaur in play, it ain't gonna work. Huh? This lockdown is going to be glorious. So, of course, we block the biggest ones. And we take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Or do we go with the... Nah, I think we just do this. It's the smarter play. 9. And we win. Whew. Wrecked. Just wrecked. It feels so good. Oh, baby, baby. Don't you just love it? So many lands. Like, it's just so completely different from anything I would have built. Like, and I've obviously looked at that Discover mechanic, and there had to be a good deck there. And this is just somebody who was like, okay, Discover. And just... Even the Angelfire Ignitions are just perfect. As you saw. I mean, so many matches I won like that on the brink against mono red or whatever. And then you just create this gigantic blocker with Vigilance, Lifelink, and just... BT boy. It also allows you to get through like chumpy boys, and you know, 2 of our other guys have. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so keep. Okay, another aggro deck. Probably we go with the Hammerskull first, and I will see some Desist now, even if there's nothing to take, because who cares? Submit 0 for a card. Nice. And then, like, the fact that you can often just eventually kind of just hard cast your stuff is so cool. I think it's Hammerskull first. Chill. Don't block. Hopefully don't die. And then hopefully hit the Angelfire Ignition off of the fight rigging. Obviously no. Six. Oh. Oh. It's a big hit. It's a big hit. Okay, I mean, we just do this one. Nah, I mean, the chances of something more ridiculous are here, yeah. Oh. I mean, we've got 8 toughness now with which to block. Yeah, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. My dear fellow. It's big hits. Yeah, we just do this. Ta-da! You saw that, like what just happened there, like absolutely bonkers bananas. All right, that's 2 down. I don't have time for a very long one today. Just a quick little brew tech, and then duty calls. I'll of course make this available everywhere as usual. I'm gonna put up a poll for Sunday night. See, like, maybe crowdsource what I should be playing in best of 3. Okay. Not amazing, honestly. But I'll try it. It's worth a try. These, you know, you want to hit off of discovering and stuff. That's it. Again, Boros Convoke. Probably. Yep, 100%. There's no other brew that I can think of that will play that. Alright, nice timing. Yeah. Good luck getting around 2 6/6s. I guess he might have whatever, get lost. The Convoke people have been trying to adapt a little bit. No worries, mate. Just not even any... Okay, so we play this and we name... And we've got the 2 reds, so... Human or dinosaur? Dinosaur. We can still play this. We'll probably hit the fight rigging right now. Ta-da! Gross, man. I guess draw 2, gain 2. Something. Or we just get another Pugnacious down. Yeah. Okay. Then we can blink the Appraiser with Nahiri. And get another Discover. Oh no, because... see? Yeah, they won't be casting it. Talked about this in the introduction, so that's the one non-bow. It would work off of most other things. Let's convoke another guy. No, okay, so he's trying to go to the air. We really need to find one of our 4 Angelfire Ignitions, or we'll find a way to discover into a temporary lockdown. Bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so close. This is 6 mana. So, it's just, I don't know. So many options. So this doesn't give, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think just make them a bit bigger. Because, you know, it's that freaking haste guy. What's his name? Imodane Recruiter. Very soon. That I'm a bit worried about. Like, damage potential is a bit ridiculous. Land off the top. 1 land with fire off the Carnosaur, and I think it'll just start the whole chain going. The opponent won't be able to do anything about that. Hopefully just hit a, again, freaking lockdown would be ideal. This would be a juicy hit. 6 damage in the air. Yeah, we can also swing with the Carnosaur, with the trample, you know, if we get that land. If. Never didn't have it. Yeah. Bye-bye blockers. I think I'm in love. This is like one of the funnest times I've had on Arena in a long time. Like I said, I do unfortunately have to leave you, but we did manage to get a nice 3 wins in, and it leaves me just enough time for some statistics. We all love some statistics. Bam, 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 bam. Let's just make sure that the Untapped has picked up the most recent victory. 9-4-0. An overall of 12 for 3 while I was getting, you know, testing things. I tried putting in 1 extra lockdown. Then I removed it again, went for the original build, and then all I did was I took out 1 Sundown Pass and brought in a Forge. 9-0 on the most current version, 12-3 overall. I'm going to now make it visible for you guys to go copy and enjoy, but I highly, highly recommend it. And the nice thing is, now that we're jumping back in with some final thoughts, is that it's not really, you know, much of a bank buster. Yes, you know, like I know the budget gamers probably don't have all of these like surveil lands available to them yet, but like this is already from a setback. You've probably, if you're already into dinosaurs, you've already got these. Etali's from way back. You know, yes, these are mythics that you might not have crafted, but maybe that's the investment. The stuff over here is all super old, and you've probably got it, and then there's some uncommons. So, like, I don't know. I think it is obviously a buttload of rares. It's not like a cheap deck, but what I meant is, by being budget friendly, is that it's mostly older cards. It's not a lot from the new set, just the lands. And these push and pull, which are uncommons. So, could be up your alley. Definitely worth trying. The win rates talk for themselves. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox signing out. Peace! Woo!